The protozoan disease, malaria, it is caused by the microbes, protozoa called Plasmodium, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae, and Plasmodium falciparum. These are the species of the Plasmodium. In this, Plasmodium falciparum causes most serious and it can be fatal. The vector of Plasmodium is the female Anopheles, which transfer the sporozoites, which is an infectious form, in the body of the organism in the body of the human being by biting it. Treatment of malaria is antimalarial drug, quinine, chloroquine. It can be treated, malaria can be prevented by killing mosquito by spraying DDT, BHC, insect repellent. Now let us discuss the life cycle of the Plasmodium. When the mosquito bites, the sporozoites in the blood is transferred, and these sporozoites, they reach the liver through the blood. In the liver, the parasites reproduces asexually in the liver cells and busting the cells and releasing it into the blood. Now these parasites in the blood, they reproduce asexually in red blood cells, bursting the red blood cells and causing the cycle of fever by releasing the toxin called hemozoin, and causes chill, very high fever. The released parasites, they form the gametes. These gametes, they floats in the red blood cells, and when the infected person is again bitten by the mosquito, the gametocytes enter the intestine of the female Anopheles, where the male and female gametes fuses to form the sporozoites. And these sporozoites, they remain in the salivary gland of the female Anopheles. And when they get mature, when the mosquito again bite the healthy person, these sporozoites, they migrates from the salivary gland to the healthy person. In this way, the life cycle of the mosquito completes in two hosts. One is human being, another is the female Anopheles mosquito. Now let us discuss another protozoal disease, amoeboisis. Amoeboisis is also known as dysentery. It is caused by the Entamoeba histolytica, which is found in the large intestine of the human. Housefly, they act as the carrier, and they transmit these parasites from the fecal matter of the infected person to the food. And infection is generally caused through these contaminated food and water. The symptoms are abdominal pain, constipation, cramps, stool with excess mucus, and blood clots. Fungal disease such as ringworm, this is caused by the fungi Microsporum trichophyton, Epidermophyton. Human Infection occurs either by the contact of the infected person, or from the soil, or from the towels, clothes, combs used by the infected person. The heat and moisture help these fungi to grow in between the skin folds, in the groin region, between the toes. The symptoms are dry and scaly lesions on the skin, nails, scalps. And these lesions, they are accompanied by intense itching by the infected person. It can be treated by the antifungal medicines, creams, jellies. Helminthic disease, Escherichiasis. This is a endoparasite in human being, Escherichia lumbroitis, commonly called roundworm infection. The eggs of parasites are excreted along with the feces or fecal matter or stool of the infected person, which contaminates the water, soil, and plants, and the infection is taken place through these infected vegetables, fruits, and water. The symptoms of Escherichiasis is abdominal pain, indigestion, internal bleeding, muscular pain, fever, anemia, nausea, headache, blockage of the intestinal passage. Elephantiasis. This disease is also called filaria or filariasis. This is caused by the filarial worm Wucheria bancrofti or Wucheria malai. And the carrier of these filarial worms are female Culex mosquito. This causes inflammation of the organs in which they live. They block the lymph vessels, especially the lower limbs, resulting swelling. Lower limbs appears like the leg of an elephant, thus the name elephantiasis. Genital organs may also be affected, leading to the deformation. So these all disease can be prevented and controlled by certain measures. For disease which are waterborne and foodborne, like typhoid, amoebiasis, escherichiasis, they can be maintained by the personal hygiene, by keeping the body clean, consuming clean drinking water, food, vegetables, fruits, maintenance of public hygiene, proper disposal of waste and excreta, periodic cleaning and disinfection of water reservoir, pools, tanks, standard practice of hygiene in public places. For airborne diseases like pneumonia, common cold, personal hygiene, public hygiene to be maintained, close contact with infected person or their belongings should be avoided. For vector-borne disease such as malaria, dengue, chikungunya, etc., eradication of vectors and their breeding places, use of mosquito nets, avoid using the place which is stagnant water is there, the mosquito larvae are there, spray of insecticides in the ditches, drainage, swampy areas, wire mesh at the door, windows to be installed to prevent the entry of the mosquitoes. vaccination and proper immunization program, especially for the diseases like polio, diphtheria, tetanus in children, use of antibiotics and drugs to treat the infected person under the guidance of the doctor. So, for today's session, thank you.